morning, good morning. My show notes didn't copy over. There we go. Select all, copy, paste. There we go. Hey, Bobbin, say Kathy. Oh dear, it's already started. Mod. Okay, well, you too. Mod. Kathy. Count. Alright, now I just need. Hello there, Cass. And then we just need to wait for Freedom to pop in here so I can get her and then. Yay. Good morning, good morning. Oh, Kayla, I need to message you. You already know what it's about, but I need to message you. Good morning. How are you, Miss Shiny Penny? Good morning, Patty. Mac Attack, hello. How are you? Good morning. Oh my goodness. It's a whole reunion. Yeah. Hi there. It's Buyer Seller Support Day. It's my one semi-down day-ish for the week. Hey, Nikki. Oh, the whole crew is coming together. I love it. Hi. So how's everybody's selling journey going so far? Anybody having any issues or got good news to share? Oh, gorgeous morning. Yeah, it's a nasty hot morning here. It's very dumb. Not happy about it. So I'm glad you're having a nice morning over there. I am very, very ready for a new setup. I've been kind of just gathering data. Georgia had a show last night. You are not naked, Kathy. It's a 50-50 shot every time. So 53, Amelia? Oh, I need to know what state you're in. I want to go visit. And oh my gosh, there's so much information happening right now. Okay, but let me answer the question for Crochet Kelsey. So success is based on your why. So good morning, Robin. It really, yeah, I used to live in central Colorado. Missed that terribly. Beautiful there. But no, your success is based on your why. So if your why is to fund vacations and whatnot allows you to do that, then it's a success. If you're wanting to replace a full-time job, you're going to want to do it. I mean, it is a full-time job if that's what you want it to be. So it really, really matters your why. So, because when I started doing this, I just wanted to quit doing Spark delivery. My oldest has extra needs and he's homebound, so we are homebound. And getting him in the car and having to fare all the weather, and he has light and pattern-induced seizures. So like every house, like all the things, it was just not ideal for me to help supplement income for us. So finding something that could get me off the road and no longer having to do that, I found success with Whatnot. But does it pay my entire household's bills? No, it does not. But that's not what I do it for. So my why is supplementary. Yeah, me too, Kathy. Me too. I was not being fulfilled at all doing what I was doing. It did bring money in the house, but I was miserable and it was stressful. Every time I'd have to leave with my son, it was very stressful. And now he gets to stay home where he is safe and he gets to have more independence this way because this is his safe space. So yeah, all around it's much better, but the success is based on the person and what your needs are. Um, there are a lot of sacrifices for doing whatnot, especially considering most people do it from home, and that's that you never leave your workspace. Time management is a daily struggle. When I could literally be in here all day. And a lot of times I am in here all day. So work-life balance is different when you're working from home and you work for yourself. So there's that. And over the last year, I've kind of found a better balance. But as you grow on the platform as well, then you need to make more adjustments. So as long as you're a forever learner and you're open to, trial and error, and if you can get behind the idea that failure is a part of your success and not its counterpart, as long as you're learning from those things that you're failing at, it's all a part of success. So it really just, your why matters so much, because that's how you can gauge your success. There's a wonderful seller on this platform that talks about how to be a six-figure seller. And if that's your goal, if your goal is to make six figures on this platform, then that strategy is going to be different, much different than a strategy for someone who is using it for a specific type of income. So I hope that answers the question. I'm sewing hexes to avoid saying what I really feel about work in the meeting. I feel that. Oh, good. I'm glad that helped. Yeah. The platform is big enough for all kinds of sellers. And I was in Corey Manick's show this morning, and he said something that I just wished I could hear somebody else, like multiple people, scream it from the rooftops. Nerves mean that you care. Always remember that if you feel nervous about any of it, it means that you want it to succeed. Because if you were like, I'm not worried about it, I'm just going to try it, and if it doesn't work, the feelings that you have, that nervousness is from a place of wanting it to work. So that little bit is your drive. So as long as you're feeling that, try to push through it, because nervousness can lead to frozen, no action at all, and you have to push through it. Otherwise, you're going to always wonder what if. So yeah, I would say that being nervous is a good sign. Just something to work through. But Corey was saying this morning that he was talking about the shipping changes and stuff, and he brought up a really good point. The current shipping changes have changed who is selling on the platform. A lot of people, I didn't realize this because lately I have been really just head down working on structuring my shows and my business with all the new changes. But I guess people are leaving the platform because of what they sell and how the shipping changes affected their business. So for me, it didn't affect mine. It actually made it cheaper for you guys, which was awesome. But not every seller gets that. Some people that sell very heavy items really relied on that flat rate shipping. And by November, Whatnot's supposed to be phasing it out. So that's concerning to know that there's going to be changes in what you see on this platform because of that. It's also concerning because with fabric, to be honest, you can put like 25 yards of fabric in a flat rate box. And yes, it will weigh about 11 pounds, 12 pounds. And if flat rate goes away, that 12 pounds is not going to be cheap anymore. So once you start buying weight with this new shipping setup, it is going to be different. So definitely if you're thinking about selling, really really consider the weights of your items and what that's going to look like. You're not going to be able to see what the shipping charge is as a seller for each customer because it's different based on where everyone's at. But what you can do is if you have a friend in your area, or even if they're not in your area, it'll get you at least close. Just have somebody go live with you and list your items and let them, because they'll be able to tell you what they see. You need somebody not at your address to be able to see what that shipping is. And that way you know within a few cents or $1 or so what other people are going to get charged for your items to be shipped. I wish there was a way that Whatnot could at least give you what it would be if you were shipping to somebody near you, at least based on your own zip code, but they don't. They don't show us any of that. So with the new shipping changes, I would definitely say that. But for the most part, it makes your shipping cheaper. It's not often that's somebody's buying, 20 pounds of fabric, at least not from me. So the 5 pounds, that's a lot of fabric. 5 pounds is a lot of fabric. And if it ever goes over 5 pounds, I cover the rest anyway. So it's not, it doesn't fall on the customer. So think about that with your shipping settings and things like that. It's not for everyone. You do need to budget it. You do need to keep an eye on it. But if you're able to do it, that's a nice thing to do. Yes, they do. They weigh 1.76 ounces. And enough of those suckers, it all adds up. Yep. I allow 1.76 ounces for a fat quarter to be shipped. I do 3.65 for half yards, and then I do 7 for a full yard. And that's how I bracket. I think that's how I do mine. Maybe my fat quarters are, did I say that right? 1.75, 3.75, and then 7. Yeah, that sounds right. So yeah. Just be on top of your shipping. And unfortunately, buyers don't always know, which is why this show is for buyers and sellers, not just sellers. Because it's important for people to know that when sellers are choosing a shipping weight, hello there, Mimi. When sellers choose a shipping weight, we have to consider it shipping all by itself, because that can happen. And so, if you buy 20 of something and each item had a little extra added to cover the shipping supplies and the packaging supplies, it may show that you did, like 8 pounds when really it was only 6 because of those ounces adding up over the course of your purchases. I don't really know how Whatnot can mitigate that. I don't think it's even possible. So yeah, that's another caveat that's kind of difficult. But when people are at least aware that that's how we have to set it up, I think that helps. Knowledge is power. So as long as you know what's going on, it makes more sense. And then that's why a lot of times you'll hear me do bundles, because then once it's bundled, I can fix it specifically for that chunk of what's getting bought. Yes, minimum shipping for ground is like $4.37. That's it. I do earrings and they weigh like 0.27. I think is what my setting is for a pair of earrings. And because they do not ship in an envelope, they ship ground, and the minimum on ground is like 4 and change. You cannot get it any lower. But if you were to take that same item and go straight to the post office and ship it out, it would cost you more than that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly what Shiny Penny said. Yeah, we still get better rates than if you just walk in as a regular citizen into the post office or to anywhere else. Way better rates. Oh, Susu, yes, I can send that to you, but all you need is to go to, why is it not letting me click on my stuff here? That's weird. Invite a seller. Invite seller. Copy link. I think I just said that right. I don't know if that's going to work correctly, because if you open it from your Susu account, it's going to think, yeah, you don't want to open the link. I got to remember how to do that. Let me see. I mean, well, that's the link. It's just, I think you need to open it from, I don't know how it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know, that's just kind of how it goes. But it's in your messages what the link is. I would just copy and paste it somewhere else and then open it from there. Because I think if you open it from your Susu account, it's not going to do anything because you're already on the platform. So yeah. But thank you. That would be lovely. All right. Oh. I'm ready to send. Oh, okay. Donna, I just saw your message. I'm gonna call you after the show, or I'll send you my number after the show, so we can chitty chat. I need to do it to sell a lot of my stash. Oh, see, there you go. Yeah, I mean, even if like you're why, that's it. I just want to destash. Do it. Yep. Whatnot matches, like even if you just did it for the first week, honestly, getting matched $150, that's awesome. You know, and usually, you know, when you have good stuff, people are going to come back for more. So if you put in your bio like that you use the platform to do destashing, then there won't be an expectation of consistent shows and all those things. It'll be a, you know, make sure you're following me because I do pop-ups, and you know, and having that account, it's a great way to do the things that you need to do. You don't have to be a regular seller. You can do it once a year. You can just make a show that says my one show a year, don't miss it, you know, that kind of thing, and just go to shows. And when someone says, hey, what do, you can be like, this is what I'm gonna sell and this is when I do it, and that's it. You know, the most thing is just for people to know the consistency, and just no matter what that consistency is. And if the only thing consistent is that it's constantly random, just say that I randomly do shows, but they're fun, so don't miss them. You know, just make them fun. First of all, don't say they're fun if they're not fun. There's plenty of times I'll go on here and I'm like, the clear dry eye guy. Have you guys remember the Visine commercials? It's just, sometimes you go in a show and it's like, oh, I'm gonna fall asleep. Ben Stein, yeah, for real. And then other shows, it could sound like you got a hold of somebody that drank 7 Red Bulls before they clicked the go live button, and it's like, whoa, that's too much energy for me. So that, you know, but everybody has their own vibe. So if you like slow paced, those are going to be your shows. If you like fast paced, yeah, for clear dry eyes, yeah. And then the whole Bueller, like that's kind of Ben Stein is like I can't do Ben Stein shows, but I also can't do, you know, Squirrels on Crack shows either. I need something in the middle. The book says not to sell on your own buying account. How do you get the people that follow me to move to my seller's account? So that's a great question. The reason you want them separate is so that way you can keep your purchasing separate. But that doesn't mean you can't convert the account that already has, well, you just lose the sign up bonus. You have to decide whether the bonus is worth it. Does that make sense? Because if you already have a huge following, that $150 isn't going to do a whole lot. You know, the fact that you already have a ton of followers is doing way more than that. So kind of play that, but you just want to keep your personal stuff out of your business stuff. That's it. Oh yeah, the yelling. Oh no, thank you. Do not yell at me. I don't want to be yelled at. Yeah, yeah, it's tough. But some people love that, you know. So again, like it's all relative. So you know, some people love that, and I don't. But again, there is room on this platform for everybody. So hey, Gwen. Hey, Mossy. But yeah, the if you're just doing it to just liquidate stuff on occasion, it might be fine. If you really want to run it like a business, you need to keep it separate. Let me put it that way. So I shouldn't sell under a different account. I missed part of that. It just real your why matters. If you're doing it to establish a sole proprietorship, and let me put it this way. We all can have a garage sale, right? That doesn't make us a business. So it really matters how you want to do it. Do you just want to come on and sell some stuff on occasion as a hobby? Then don't worry about it. If you're wanting to do it and you need to keep track of it for tax purposes, if that's the thing, if you're going to make enough, if you project that you'll make enough to pay taxes, then, which is $600. If you plan on making more than $600, just keep it separate. Yeah, that's the thing is how do you want to operate? Yeah, it is a lot. I help run my husband's business. I have my bookkeeping business and I do this. So for me, everything has to be separate. To get people to go to the other one, what you need to do is put in your bio the information for your seller account. When you go to shows, when you talk to your friends, when you're messaging people, send them that and like, this is my seller account, this is my seller account, this is my personal account. So like, come join my seller account. Networking's huge. So whether you're doing that on the platform or off the platform, both. I hope you're doing both. On other social media, just start discussing that seller account. So would it be gross to send everyone a link to my? No, but I wouldn't just blindly send them the thing. I would put, hey, I decided to sell on, put a little message in there like, hey, I decided to sell on whatnot. This is my seller account. This is where all my products are going to be. This is where I'm going to do my shows. I'd love to have you. Like, just talk about it like you would if you were face to face with the person you're sending it to. If the person you're sending it to is not somebody you would want to talk to face to face, I wouldn't send it. I think that's where just going on and having those close connections start first there. Start small. Let people see you interacting with that core group that you've established from networking. And then when people come into your show and they see your vibe with the people and they get to see who you really are that way, it removes a lot of the awkwardness. It removes that I don't know who this is in the room part. If my current account is better known, can I create a new one for personal use instead of creating a new one? Yes, you can. I have a personal and a business account. I started with this account as business, and then I needed to start buying stuff for my family and myself, and I was like, I can't have that in here, so I created a separate account that when I'm buying stuff for my daughter or my husband or my boys or my dogs, I buy it with my other account. So that way none of it goes in with my work stuff. So yeah, you just need to pick which is which and just keep it separate. The only problem with doing it now you'll still get them. I think you still get the match when you sign up. You're not, it's just a referral link that doesn't work. So referral links are for new accounts. But I think if you decide to sign up as a seller, you still get all the perks of becoming a seller. The person that helps, like, maybe guide you along the way wouldn't get anything out of it. But for me, I don't care. You should, you still get all the stuff for you being a seller. You're just not, I guess I said that wrong. So yeah, the only thing that doesn't happen is the referral aspect. So if somebody, when you come to buyer seller support shows, and if because I offer services when I'm not live for getting your show set up and Q&A and stuff through direct message, several people have signed up and used my referral link and created a thing, and so then I get a referral bonus, and then you get your part. But I earn my referral bonus through what the services that I use, because I don't charge for them. I just take what Whatnot is willing to give me. I don't charge anybody for any of it. But if you just convert your current account over to a buyer account, you're still going to get what Whatnot offers to sellers regardless. It just kind of, it's one of those things where maybe how you got to that point isn't exactly getting taken care of. But again, there's been plenty of people that have signed up as sellers and I don't get a referral bonus, and it's not a thing for me. If it was, I would tell you, like, don't ever do it. Don't only create a new one if it was for me. I'm just saying have to regardless. What yarn will fit through the basket bottoms? So on the large, all of it does. It's just how many stitches you need in there. Does that make sense? And yep, you can put blanket yarn through the large basket bottoms and the small ones. The small ones, you're going to want to skip a hole, I believe is how that works on those. It's been a hot minute since I've made them. But yeah, it all works. And the holes you can customize them. Yeah, I can make the holes where they're, right now the small ones are made for worsted to bulky, and the large are made for bulky to blanket. But I can change those. That's just pretty much like the consistency of them for now. But yeah. Oh, you're welcome. So yeah, there's Whatnot's incentives for becoming a seller are good. So even if you did it just for that, and then went to like maybe one show a month or once a year, what would it, what is it hurting? It's not hurting. My show just disappeared off of here. 1 second. There we go. All right. So any other questions or concerns about selling on here? Just ask away. Anything, whether you're a buyer, whether you're already a seller or thinking about being a seller. What's the thing that's stopping you? What's the thing that, you're excited for? Any of those things. Drop any of that in the chat. Mine was, I was most excited to never have to deliver cat litter and dog food and cases of water up somebody's gravel road. That was my why. I didn't want to do those specific 3 things ever again in my life. And that gave me the motivation I needed. Oh, that's awesome. Oh my gosh, that's exciting. When is that going to be? The yarn crawl. CLT. So that's in September. Awesome. Yeah, Charlotte. Wait, so CLT, is that the airport code for Charlotte? Yeah. Is that where it's going to be? What? Or that's just what they name it because people fly in for it? The mod. Is that just a role you assign to someone, or do you have to get someone official for it? No official nothing. So your mods are the people in your world that you trust to monitor your chat, to engage your chat, and to keep the trolleys out. because they have access to kick anybody and all people out of your show. And I appreciate all of that. I don't need people kicked out often. I have had to have it done, and they take care of it, and I just get to keep doing my show. Charlotte Yarn Pros, a group of yarn stores that are participating. My LYS in Denver. What is LYS? Local. Oh, I still got to learn these dang acronyms. I'm terrible at it. Local yarn store in Denver, North Carolina. Will have. Oh, that's so awesome. That is so exciting. I'm so happy for you. You should be super proud of yourself. That's awesome. How would you price hand-sewn credit card organizers? I'm doing a suicide prevention awareness train on the 4th. So, are all of the proceeds going to something, or is that like what's the basis of that raid train? Is it where a portion of your sales or all of your sales, or how does that work out, Amelia? Nugs, air fresheners, keychains, gift baskets. What category should I put my teacher/therapist appreciation gifts? So this might sound off the wall, but I would put them under a children's category. You want to show up where people are shopping for kids. That's what I would do. Now, that doesn't mean it'll work, but that's what I would do. I am not a fan of the arts and handmade category, and I know that's some people may hate that, and if you do, I'm sorry, but it's a really niche category and it's not growing as quickly as the others. You have to remember that you are trying to be seen, and you want to be where the people are that would buy your product. So for me, if I'm I started out in art and handmade because I thought the same thing, like, I'm making stuff, it's handmade, that's where I should go. And while I'm in there, a few people came in, they're like, you realize that there's way more people over here at the knit and crochet supply category, because if you're a maker, you want to be with other makers. Same thing with teacher and therapist appreciation gifts. You want to be where the parents are of children, and where they're shopping for their kids. You can dabble in a couple different ones. I would try a clothing, it's not accessories. I would do an accessories category show. I would try it in the children's toys category. I would try it in the category of whatever it is that you're using to make said gifts. So if it's sewn items, crocheted items, put yourself in those supply categories. Get yourself with other makers. I would not dial in just for one thing. I believe it's just a positive awareness train. I haven't seen anything about the sales going anywhere. Okay. So it's just an awareness thing. Okay. So if it is strictly where the money that you're making is for only you and you're not splitting it with a donation or something like that, typically you want to do at least like 3 to 4 times the cost of materials. If your time heavily outweighs the cost of the materials, you need to just be really realistic with what things retail for in general. If it's a mass-produced item, and know that this not mass-produced item should still be a little bit more than that, but fair. So I would say just do some research on fair market value for what you're making. Oh my gosh, Amelia. Oh yes, prayer for your family. That's so hard. Yeah, mental health is something that doesn't get addressed enough. So if we're doing suicide awareness and prevention trains on Whatnot, how cool is that? How amazing is that? Something I never would have seen any other place, being home, you know. If you don't mind, send me a link to your show on the Raid Train so I can go in and bookmark along the way. I can find everybody in the train. Um, are you guys also working with, is Disabled Vet involved in that Raid Train? Um, if he's not, I would definitely reach out to him and let him know that you guys are doing a Raid Train for suicide awareness and prevention, because he actually has a lot of product in his shop. His ThriftWorks card is number 988. He gives proceeds to um, that organization. Yes. Actually, I'll just tag him in here real quick. There you go. At least invite him. I would send him a message. Like, I wouldn't just share the show. I would never. I'll tell you this right now. If you're in a show and they're like, please share the show, please share the show, that's great. That's fine. But the ones that I actually pay attention to are the ones that have a message added. So I'm all for you. Send me whatever. Send me all the shows. If you're in a show and they're like, we need so many shares and we're going to run a giveaway or whatever, share the shows with me. It doesn't bother me one bit. But if you really, 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 really want me to come to a show, you need to invite me with a note. So, yeah, you should really, really, really want him to come to that. He would be an amazing asset for that Raid Train for all involved, because it is very near and dear to his heart, as it is for many. But he would be a wonderful person to at least pop in and say hi. Yeah, he's a tremendous dude. He's actually hosting a Whatnot meetup that I'm going to in October, and he's a wonderful human being. Absolutely wonderful human being. So yeah, definitely consider sending him an invite. All right, let's see here. Don't sell things saying they are handmade if they are mass produced. Saw a seller on the other day selling plants that were clearly fake. Yeah. Transparency in sales. Period. Do not sell something that's pretending to be something else. Yeah. Just say what they are. Most likely someone's still going to buy it. But don't put a bad taste in someone's mouth by trying to, bend the truth. Because unless your hands made it, it doesn't mean that it wasn't handmade. But if it was made from, a family of 7 in Indonesia, and you're trying to say that you made it, no, that's not okay. That's not okay. It ruins the word handmade, because it's still handmade. You may not be actually lying at all about the fact that it's handmade. It's different to say it's made by me. Yes. Right. They are handmade. I have no doubt that little hands are making these things. I have no doubt. And maybe not all of it, but a lot of it. But unless it's made by yourself, you should not sell it as a handmade item. Or if maybe you have somebody that hand makes it and all you are is the vessel to sell it, then say it's handmade by this person. So if you want to sell things from Shein and Temu on this app, go for it. Just don't pretend that you made it. Like, just don't do that. It cheapens the truly handmade items, and it discourages people from wanting to come on the platform and purchase because they don't know what's what. Yeah. Well, sheen yarn, all that stuff, I don't care. It's when you're saying that you made a product. If you're selling supplies and you get a deal through Sheen or whatever, if you want to pay the import fees and all that, go right ahead. No thanks. I'm out. But yeah, no, I mean, if you're selling product from anywhere, it does that part. I couldn't care less where you source your stuff from. I can look myself in the mirror when I buy stuff. That's really the main thing. Is just make sure you're in line with yourself. But don't buy something and resell it as that you made it. Like, that's just not okay. That's terrible. It's kind of like when you buy a ready-made cake mix and you say that it's homemade. That's not technically a lie because you made the cake at home, but it's not a scratch cake. Do you see the difference? So they're both homemade, but one of them is a scratch and one of them is from a box. So they're both homemade, but do you see where like the little things can change? Like it's, yeah. They were just at a wholesale where they did dollar store. Yes. Yes, I scratched. Yeah. So if I'm doing that, it's like, I will wait. Do you have fragile stickers that I could put on the package for the cookies if I sell any? I'm going to say the quiet part out loud. If you put a fragile sticker on a box, I feel like it's just target practice. I have had better luck shipping stuff without the fragile sticker than I have with it. Fragile means let's go. Yeah, I'm on the fence with telling the postal service what's in my box. I don't know that I want them to know. And that's nothing against the postal service. I just feel like it's not, yeah, it's like, oh, it's fragile. Well, let's see how well you packed it. You know, I don't know how I feel about it. It puts a lot of pressure on them to take care of it. And it's like, you need to package it well. If you package it well, you shouldn't have to put that it's fragile. It should make it clear as day. Yeah, marking the box fragile. I just don't know. I just don't know. I've had zero luck with that as a buyer and as a seller. So I just assume as a seller, pack it as great as you can. Package it like you would package it if you're shipping it to your dang self. That's it. And then let the post office just handle that package. You know, stuff happens. And then the post office will pay for it if they jack it up. But as long as you packed it well, then you did your job. Oh, all right, Amelia. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for coming in and asking questions and hanging out. I appreciate it. Yeah. It's not that I don't even think that I would hate to think that they intentionally seek out the fragile boxes. I'm just saying that if it's marked fragile, you're just putting a target on it, you know. Good morning, Michelle. Yes. A little crumpled up tissue paper just to keep them from bouncing up and down, you know, little things. Yeah. The person that you may reach out to, because she sends me baked goods and they're very, very yummy and I really love them, and that's Kendra. Kendra ships cookies, and I'll tell you what, a couple cookies get broken along the way, but do you think I care? No, they all go down the same way. You can't fit a whole cookie in your mouth. If you can, well, just keep that to yourself. But you can't put a whole cookie in your mouth anyway, so you're going to have to break it or bite into it. So the fact that a couple cookies are broken, I don't care. I'm still going to eat it. It's still a cookie. You know, so just kind of keep that in mind too. Just the most important thing is that it's yummy. That's it. Oh yeah, if you're doing like sugar cookies and they look like a shape or something and you get a bunch of broken cookies, yeah, that could be disappointing. But for the most part, if I'm buying snacks, it's because I want to eat it. That's all. Oh, someone just got my book. Well, thank you for purchasing my book. I hope you have a great time going through that. And if you have questions, always feel free to reach out. Congrats. Welcome to Whatnot. Yeah. What do you plan on selling? Tell us more. I bet I can fit my dad can shove a whole cupcake in his mouth. When I was a kid, it pissed my mom off so much because she'd be like, these girls are gonna choke. You're gonna teach them to do that. And I'm like, I have no desire to stick a whole cupcake in my mouth. No thanks. It is. He is very proud of himself when he can do that. Yeah. He does like those little powdery sugar cookies you can get at Walmart with like the frosting on top. It's like kind of cakeish, but it's the sugar. I don't even know what they're actually called because I'm not a big sweets person, but they're like this powdery, and to me it's like chalk. Like to me, I would just cough. Every bit of it would just come back out. You're gonna sell yarn. Oh, that's wonderful. Y'all, we got another yarny in here coming in hot. What are your top 2 brands? What are the top 2 brands that you're gonna sell? Or is there not a top 2? If you were to give us 2 brands we can look forward to seeing in your show, what would those 2 brands be? Lion brand, check. Yeah, let me see. Am I following you? Well, I'm following you. But we are not friends. Not yet, at least. Yeah, do the follow for follow, y'all. I'm telling you what, you won't regret it. But Lion brand for sure. That's awesome. That's a tried and true brand. So that's very good. Are you going to be doing like rim knit and stuff, or is it all brand new? Like D-stash, where you just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I love a good, what is it called? A fundle. Yeah, I love a good fundle. As soon as October hits. Oh, you're going to do both. Russian tea cakes? How can I test a shipping profile? Oh, shipping profile tests. Just grab a buddy on Whatnot, go into a private show, or set it up as I wouldn't set it up as an item where other people can see it until you check it, because once it's in your shop, somebody can swipe on it. But like, create the item, set up your shipping or whatever, but make it where it's inactive. Create a private show. This seems like a lot of work, but I promise, like once you do it, you'll be more comfortable with your shipping settings. Set up the private show, have somebody come in, list the item in that show, and when you put it on the screen, it'll show the other person the price for the shipping. That's truly the only way to check it before it's active, where people can just click on it before you end up selling something and you eat like a ton of shipping or whatever. So yeah, you just need somebody not in your household to be able to see it. Because if you have 2 accounts, you can't check it yourself. It'll say that it's not available to you. You can't ship it to yourself. So you need somebody out of your house, somebody else's account with a different address. And that's it. They'll tell you what it says and then make note of it. You can have them check all kinds of stuff, and then maybe run them a Gibby and say, thanks for popping into my show and checking my stuff. It's worth the 78 cents to send them a little something in the mail. I tried to do a custom shipping profile where it would bundle 4 bulky items in one package, and it didn't work. Okay, so let's go through the process of building one. Are you down for that? Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna go in. Do you have 2 devices handy where we can just do this together? Because I'm gonna create my item to whatever you need it to be, so now you can see what the shipping's gonna be. And we'll check. We're gonna handle all this at one time. So yeah. All right. So what is let's go into, we're not going to do quality listing. We're just going to do temporary. We don't need to worry about pictures and stuff, but this is going to be, is it a yarn product? Spinning fiber. Okay. So that's just what I'm going to call it, spinning fiber. All right. How much are you going to charge for it? Any random price. I'm going to put $999 on mine, only because I don't want anybody to click on it. So you're going to put your quantity, however much you have, right? Shipping profile. So this is the fun part. When you go to that, you're going to go to custom and you're going to hit create new. So on bundling options, we need to go to, you have two options. You can do the maximum number of items or a fixed weight. You want to do max items. So you want to set it up so you toggle on the bundle option for a maximum number of items. In that box, you're going to put 4. Box dimension. You need to either enter in a custom one or pick one of the flat rates. Are you doing flat rate or are you doing your own box or poly bag for that spinning fiber? You probably are doing a poly bag. Yep. Okay. So for poly bag, you have to assume what all 4 would be. So once you fill that poly bag, about what size is it? Is it bigger than 12, 12, 12? Or do you think 12, 12, 12 is about right? It's bigger than that? Have you bundled 4 already and done a measurement? Okay, perfect. 13 and so you're just going to go to custom. And you've got, let's see, 13.5, 11 and 6. All right. And then the name of this is going to be spinning fiber as well for your shipping name. And the weight. How much will this weigh? Each thing, each of the 4 items. What would the weight be? Hello, y'all. We are working on a custom shipping profile and bundling. The first one I put as 6.5 and each other is 3 at 5.5. So if that's the case, then let's go ahead and do it for the, I would leave it at 6.5 on all. Because you need to use the same thing for every time you sell spinning fiber. So you can average it and just do 6. Go right in the middle and do 6 instead of the 6.5 or 5.5. But if you want to make sure that it covers you, you need to cover yourself for shipping. I would just do 6.5 for all 4. That's what I would do. And then, so this is what I have so far. I have the shipping profile set up as spinning fiber, 6.5 ounces. Bundling options is a maximum of 4 in a custom box size of 13.5, 11, 6. So we're going to save that. Okay, so there's that custom profile. We just created it. You're going to select that and save it. So now your spinning fiber listing has a very customized shipping profile. I'm going to go ahead and add that listing. Now I'm going to pin it below and I want you to tell me what it says for shipping for you guys. No, the total weight. So the weight is per item that goes in the box. Right. So what that means is that once you buy 4, it's going to start shipping over again because it's only going to let you put 4 items in that box. Does that make sense? Yep. Because if you put the weight of all 4 items, every time you sell that item, because we run everything individually, every time you sell that item, it's going to think that that item weighs what 4 weigh. So you did incremental weights. So you set it up just like I did. So yours was set up for 6.5, max 4 with the box size. And what happened? It didn't bundle. Okay, so let's go in here and do edit listing. It's a buy it now item. I'm going to change the quantity to 100. I'm going to change the price. What were you selling them for? They got charged $4.85 for each of them. They got charged $4.85 for each of them. They should not have been charged $4.85 for each of them. That sounds like it's 1 per box. So 17. Okay. Let me fix this real quick. All right. So if you guys click on Spinning Fiber and change the quantity to 4, and then tell me what it says it's going to charge you in shipping. Hey, Disabled Vet. I was talking about you this morning. All good things, of course. There's a suicide prevention and awareness rate train coming on this platform, and I told them that if you didn't know about it, you needed to know about it. Four items in a box. So the custom profile I had her set up was 4 items per box. The size of the box, and then the weight per item. And it's, for some reason, her customers were getting charged. No, Whatnot decides the closed captioning. When I did the 4, the shipping went to $7.75. Right. So now change it. So Susu, go back and change it to 8. Quantity 8. Oh, wait, but in mine I have max shipping set up. Oh, this isn't going to work for me. But this is what you need to do to test it. So Frosty, if you want, let me know what time works best for you, and we can do a private live and co-host, and we can figure it out, because I have my show set up for max shipping, so it's not going to tell you as a buyer, any of the buyers, what it would be after $7.75. So 3 person with 2 labels each person, even though it was set. Okay, so you had 1 person buy more than. I think you might have checked that custom shipping information, because it said max quantity is 4. It won't let you do 8. Okay. So yeah, I think if you go back, your items per must have been on 1 instead of 4. I think that might make, because yes, this is through Buy It Now auction. I don't know. That's a great. We need to like do like a fake show. We need to run a show, do a little private live. Create a new custom label. Yes, that's what we just did together, actually. So we just need to test the new one, because whatever you had before, there's something not quite right in it. Yeah, you need a special shipping label for that poly bag. She has one chosen. Yes, we made it together, but the one she used last show, it was only letting 1 item ship per package, and it needed to be 4. So that's where the issue was. I think it was make sure it says 4 and not 1 in the bundle portion. Do you have to bundle, or is that optional? Whatnot bundles everything at the end of the day. Whatnot decides what goes in what package. So I had 1 person buy 8, 4 bundled okay, 3 bundled, 1 was separated, and the Gibby didn't bundle at all. Oh my gosh, what a nightmare. You poor thing. That's awful. So it was different based on the, like, that's crazy that they were bundled all weird. Yeah, you only needed 2 labels, but somehow, so it was not allowing you to add the extra. Oh, so there's another part in there where you can add extra items that can go in the package. So is that why you're making a bundle setting? Because Whatnot didn't do it right? Well, Whatnot can do it right, but it's all based on what we input. Unfortunately, it's user error, but it's something that you just got to learn. And once it clicks, you're good. It's like a bicycle. Once you get it, you got it. But getting it set up, it can take time. I was told that I needed to do it because I was selling bulky items. They can't all fit. Right. When stuff's bulky, yeah, like blanket yarn and stuff like that, you can't fit four things of blanket yarn in a flat rate box, like, unless you smash the living tar out of it, like suck all the air out of it, and even then that's probably not going to work. She can't write. And then the flat rate shipping, no, you don't want that. Yeah, definitely just do a private show and we'll get that listing figured out, because I'll get to see the shipping as your buyer in the show. And even if we run a couple purchases to see how it bundles, and then I can always send you a cancel, just so we can work it out. Because that needs, once you get it, you're going to be good. But yeah, getting those kinds of things, yeah, just need somebody to have your back and just get in there and test the theory. So yeah. And then once you have the setting that's right, you can use it. Create a second buyer account to check. Well, so the thing with that, Disabled Vet, is that, like, I have 2 accounts. I've got my personal account and my seller account, and it will not let me sell to myself. It won't show me the shipping. So I still always have to have somebody else come in and tell me what they can see. Yeah, even with 2 devices, it says that it's not available to me. Yeah, it's like an account that has to have a different selling address. I guess I could just do, I could probably just use my mom's address and create a different account. There's all kinds of ways to probably do it, and I just don't think about it. But yeah, you need to have an account that doesn't have the same address. That way you can see what the shipping would be. You were funded for it because it didn't understand what was happening. So did you still sell the product, or did you just say, like, I need to figure this out and I'll sell it a different day? Or were you just giving people their shipping back? You didn't. Oh, right. Because you don't know until the end of the show when you go to do your labels and stuff. Right. That's what I'm saying. We need to do a show where before you mark them shipped, we can run cancels or whatever. We can check it. We can mess around with that and check it. Should I get a tax ID for this since I'm using a separate account? I'm not a tax person, but I will say I would err on the side of just using your social like a sole proprietor until there's a reason to create the rest. You protect yourself by having an LLC. Again, not a tax consultant. You do protect yourself and your social by creating an LLC, getting your tax ID, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, you need to talk to somebody that knows more. Well, that, and you need to gather information. You need to gather your information first. Yeah. You do not want to mix your personal, that's part of this, is that keep your personal and your business separate. Yeah. If you're just coming on here to run a quick little like garage sale thing every once in a while, I personally don't see the point in doing that. But if you plan on doing it as a business, you have to treat it like a business. Yeah. Yes. There you go. Yeah. Again, like, if your why matters, why you're creating a Whatnot account matters. And then once you know why you're doing it, then you talk to the right people to get yourself set up. So yeah. All right. So Frosty, let me write down. I'm going to reach out to you. so we can figure out that shipping stuff. Files. You betcha. Yeah, because there's some things that I sell that is by the box. And so it's set to 1, it's set to the weight, and it's just 1 item per box. And then like with earrings and stuff, I could probably put like 500 pair of earrings in a box. So instead of it charging by the weight, I choose the flat rate box, and then I have it set to literally like 500. So I know I can just put as many in there, and that way the shipping doesn't keep going up and up and up and up and up and up and up. You can put the max amount of items that fit, and then what their weight is, and because it's set for a flat rate, it doesn't overcharge anybody. There's like, but then again, you also have to have the flat rate toggled on, because now that's not the default. There's the new shipping thing is going to take a little bit of time. So as a new person, you don't have that undoing what you already know to do new. Everything you're doing is new. 6.5 ounces is the weight of each item, but only 4 can fit in a box because it's a spinning fiber. It's like the inside of a pillow. She's selling the fiber that you can spin with to create your own yarn, and so it's just super bulky. Even though it weighs very little, she can only put so much in there, and so she wanted to make sure that, because weight wise, it would let her probably add 4 more pounds or 3.5 more pounds. And she's like, no, I can only fit 4 of this in a box. I can't, nothing else can ship with it. All right, let me delete this item real quick, because I do not have spinning fiber. Oh, that's a great question. I don't know how that works because I don't know the fiber content. Frosty, can you vac bag it and get it shrunk down? You don't want to squish the fibers that much. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, like, if there was any caveat to it. Okay. There we go. Yeah, that's oh, and cause it to fall. Oh yeah, you don't want it to just turn to like the mush. That makes sense. Is it alpaca? Is it or is it cotton? What kind of spinning fibers are you, or it's probably, maybe it's a mix, I don't know. I have look at this. This is so sad. Do you see this over here? I have a freaking ladybug right there, so I can start spinning, and it's just sitting over there in the dang corner. I need to be able to use it. Sheep, camel, and well, that is an international blend of fibers there. Very worldly. I guess so. That's like when we had the yak yarn. And you have plant fiber too? Oh, how cool. That is a very worldly blend. I love it. That's crazy. Brock, I'm so glad you came in today. I tagged you for that event, but I love that you're in here and helping, because you're a wealth of knowledge. That's for sure. If you guys aren't following him, please do. He's an Okie homie. Oh, thank you for purchasing the book, and best of luck to you on the platform. Always feel free to come back. I do the show every Tuesday. So bring your questions, bring your good news, bring your frustrations, bring it all. She's using poly bags that once the fiber is in there, it's 13.5 by 11 by 6. Brock. Yes. They are. You may have to consider that, but it wouldn't matter on the listing side of things because it's still the size it is. You know, that part, I think the polybagging is fine because it allows movement, and I think that part's fine. But yeah, the overall dimensions once she puts it in that poly bag is 13 and a half, 11.6. So she's not doing flat rate. How many do you think would fit in a flat rate box? Like two? Yeah, if you just get some 12, 12, 12 boxes, even if you got one and just saw how much you could fit in it and then run it by the box. Because if somebody's spinning, my guess is that they're going to want it all. It had to be no more, like, I would guess it doesn't hold more than 4. But you were trying to do the poly bag, so it would be the 775 and not the 12.99. Is that, am I guessing that right? Do it by the pound. Yeah. You may have to change up how you, yeah. Almost like those fill a box shows where it's you pay for every single box and you get what fits. Might have to do something like that. Yeah, poly bags are pennies. But yeah, if you can test fit how many fit in at least in a 12, 12, 12, you know it's not going to be 5 pounds. So as long as it's over a pound, they're going to pay 7.75 regardless. So yeah, I would just sell it by the box or the bag. Like I would just put what's in there. So you could make listings where it's one spinning fiber, one package of spinning fiber, and that can go with other things. And then do 2 things of spinning fiber that sells by itself. Like you might have to do a couple, maybe just try different listings too. But you should, we'll find a way to make it work. But the best bargain is for someone to get 4 in that one box and pay the one shipping rate and then be done. And then you don't have to worry about anything unbundling or bundling with it because it'll just be exclusive. And then just offer it that way. Yeah. Kind of like you would skeins where it's like you can sell 4 for this amount or 1 for this amount, just kind of maybe do it like that. So the best thing to do is just create a spreadsheet that tells that you input what your cost of goods is and then your time to pack it, your time to your packaging materials and your shipping time. I just went through that, created one for myself. You have to remember like what you want to pay yourself hourly to, that kind of thing. But if you're, again, the why matters. If you're doing it specifically to turn a profit, then those you want to know all that. But if you're doing it just to liquidate or just to purge what you have, those numbers may not matter as much. It's more about creating that free space. But as a business model, you're going to want to know your time, and so the touches of the product, the packaging supplies, and all of that. So if you use a dollar box, whether they buy 1 or 4, that breaks out to, say the box is $1. So it's only going to be 25 cents added per item if they're buying 4 at a time, but it is still the full dollar on 1. You just want to create a sheet that will tell you what it is so you don't have to do it. It'll just do it for you. Mindy got red chatted. You want to try that again, Mindy? Yeah, numbers. Words are hard, numbers are harder. So just let it do the work. And I can send you my Excel sheet that I use. You'll just have to use it as a baseline, and then it may be different for, I don't know that it would necessarily be different for fiber as it is for fabric or anything else. It still breaks down. Yours would be ounces instead of mine, which is yardage. Mine's measurements, yours is weight. So mine are a little bit different because I also have the 3D. There's a way. We'll get it. Yay. So what else is going on out there? Oh, dang it. And Brock, if you're still here, I need to buy my tickets. I got a message from Faye. I guess I need to get tickets for the thingy. I need to go in there and do. I hope they're still in her bin. If not, I'm really sorry. I need her to put them back in the bin. I heard there's a chance you can get in trouble for using the Poshmark boxes. No. Poshmark doesn't own the boxes. The post office does. If you're a cross-platform seller, those boxes are there. So what do you do with them when you're not selling on the one thing? You have them to use. Like, that's no. Unless they start labeling them Poshmark, I think you're good. Oh yeah, if you're not a seller on their platform, yeah, you should not be doing that. That makes sense. But no, no. If you sell across multiple platforms, you can utilize the shipping services of those platforms. I can look myself in the mirror just fine. Maybe I'm not supposed to, but I do. That's right. Put something on there. Yeah. And you use ShipHut. Very good. That's a great thing. Everybody that's a seller, write that down. That's good information right there. $50 for one skein. Exactly. It's international. It's worldly fiber. I think you might do well with that. You know what would be so funny though is if you do list that thing, and then it does sell for $50, and you're like, "Woo, that was easy." You should definitely do that. I mean, it is camel and alpaca and all the things. It is very bougie. $50 might just tickle someone's fancy. You never know. Oh my gosh, Cindy, that is so dumb. They should not do that. That is real bad. It literally says right on the box not to misuse the box. Wow, that is not good. This is true. Anniversary cakes are a lot of money. They're very proud of those suckers. Have you seen the slice of cake ones? They're like 20, and it's like this much yarn. It's crazy. That's why we need to spin our own fibers and have people like Penny hand dye it and make all the things, because it's getting crazy out there. Yes, I returned my priority boxes that I knew I would not be using. I was like, "Hey, can I bring these back?" And she's like, "Yeah, just take your address off of those," because it still had the plastic on it with the shipping label. I was like, oh, "Okay." And I just peeled all those off, and there was a little stack of them over by the self-help's little kiosk. Oh, you do need to do some cotton and bamboo, because that's what I got from you, because I can't do the woolly stuff. I can do alpaca and camel. I can't do regular wool. I don't know why this just happened in my brain, but I feel like you should name your yarn Nativity, because it has all of the animals that are in the nativity scene, Frosty. I specifically remember the camels because of the three wise men. I don't really remember alpacas, but I'm sure they were there too, and they definitely had sheep. Angora, yeah, rabbit stuff. I'm good with rabbits. I just can't do lanolin. It's just the sheep stuff. Yeah. The thread I'm using to quilt is $6 to $8 a tiny ball. Wait. Are you talking about for your sashiko, Mindy? Because if that's what you're doing, I'm about to blow your mind. Girl. Switch from pearl cotton to Egyptian cotton and thank me later. That's all. That's all I'm going to say about that. And I have some. If you want to just try it before you go and buy it. I can just send one in with a package. Like, don't even worry. Like, I've got. I use it to make my own yarn. It's Egyptian cotton, not pearl cotton, but it's 10 weight. So it's a little thinner than the 8. But I think it would work just fine. And it's Egyptian cotton. It will glide through your fabric just fine. And it is way more budget friendly. You get 350 yards for under $3. Yeah, Egyptian cotton spinning fire. Yes, there we go. That's the stuff. That's what we need to see. Ow, dang it. Okay. Oh, why is that like that? Let's get that going. There we go. Okay. I will show it to you. Do you have Hobby Lobby near you, right? You definitely have Hobby Lobby near you. Okay. So what you need to go to the yarn section. And I know that their embroidery thread and stuff is kind of across from like the bulky yarn and stuff. You need to go to the end cap. And on the end cap they have, it's called Artisty Art. I don't remember the name of it. I have some up here. One second. Oh goodness. Get down here. Okay. Right here. Artiste. Pearl cotton. It's Egyptian cotton. They're $250 after tax. You're paying about $3, and you get 350 yards. It's Egyptian cotton. Game changer, right there. If you want to try one, I'll send that to you in your next order. So that way you're not making a $10 round trip to Hobby Lobby just to get something to try. Yeah, it's again, it's not 8 weight, so it's not quite as thick, but pearl cotton 8 and Egyptian cotton 10 still can end up looking the same. Think about it with like regular yarn and stuff. Like what one brand says is a worsted weight to another brand is like a DK weight. So just kind of keep that in mind that it may ultimately be the same size. So yeah, and it's the yardage on that is so much better, and it's Egyptian cotton, so it's quality. It's not crap. And they have fabulous colors. You can even get their variegateds. They have like this ocean variegated one. Then they have like a rainbow variegated. They've got beautiful Egyptian cottons. Yes, it's doily. That's what it is. It's for doily making, but it's just, there's so many other uses for it. And it gets forgot about because it's on an end cap. It's over with the yarn and it just gets forgotten. Like, it's a thread. It's still crochet thread. It's still thread at the end of the day. So yeah, I would give it a try. Now, obviously you're in the middle of that project. So if the thickness is different, you may not want to use it on that particular project, but moving forward, you could use it like on other things. And like I said, the colorways, there's what, let me I think there's 7 colors per row. I think there's like 35 to 42 colorways available because it's like a whole like half end cap. And then they have the kits that have the smaller versions of it where each one's like 50 yards or 100 yards. They're little tiny ones and different little color combinations. That might be a good thing, you know, where you can mix it up. But I would definitely give that a try. There you go. There we go. That's the spirit. Oh, crud. My iPad is dead. I was going to pull that up to make my life a little easier. It's not working out too good. All right. So any other questions or, you know, awesome things happening, not so awesome things happening in the selling world on Whatnot? Oh, that would be helpful. But I probably won't. No, I have to take it to my room to plug it in. I was stealing my husband's cord every day. I would bring it in here for my shows, which is why nothing's plugged in right now, because I plugged it in behind the bed and I ran the cord around his nightstand and I hooked it. There's a little loop for the drawer, and I looped it through that so that way I can't steal it anymore. And I'm seeing how long it's going to take me to order myself a stupid cord because I don't know where any of mine are. So I just take all my stuff and I take it to his side of the bed all day while he's at work, and I plug it all in and let it charge while I go do other things. I didn't get to sell Friday. It was our anniversary. Oh, well, happy late anniversary. That's a beautiful reason not to be selling on a Friday. I still feel like I'm underwater. It's bad. It's so bad. You know how many times a day someone's like, "Ma, charge your phone. Ma, charge your phone." It's terrible. I use it for work and then that's it. I feel like this part of my face is out of the water and the rest of my head is in water. Everything sounds like when you're swimming. It's not pleasant. Yes, hydrate, battery check often. I'm really good at it when I'm live. It's when I'm not live. I would probably shrivel up into a raisin if it wasn't for Whatnot, because I don't think about eating or drinking anything ever. I think it's my medication. I don't think about it anymore. I do think about coffee every waking moment for the first 4 hours of the day. 9 years. Get a second cord. I know. So here's the problem. You know how like when I'm doing my show and my light will just go off? It's because my house was built a long time ago. It was built in the 70s. Panda, ma'am, coming in hot. 1 second. You're so naked. Look away, everyone. Okay, there we go. Fixed. But I only have 1, 2. There are 3 outlets in this room. And I got a lot of stuff plugged in here. And so it's not enough juice to do all the things. Like even right now, my phone is not charging. It says 91% because it was charging, but then it like turns itself off. So if I wiggle it and it starts charging, the likelihood of my light staying on goes down. So I'm constantly having to like balance my freaking electric usage in here. This is why my husband's going to build me a whole studio out that window right on the side of my house. There's a 60 by 40 building going up very soon. I'm hoping by end of year. Are you selling today? If so, I need to test something in a few. Are they attached? They're not attached to light switches. Now the living room, they are attached to light switches. We found that out when we moved the 3D print room around. No, that's fine. Do I need to sell something? I'm selling that book. It's a great book. Do you need your fabric? I need to set up a printing thingy for labels for shows. I need to set up a printing thing for labels, similar to Notbot. So, what do I need to do? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Tell me what to do. Let me get it set up first, and I'll probably buy stickers from you. So, you have something set up for you to print, but I am so confused right now. It goes off Chrome to print order labels. Right, but if you're buying from me, how is it going to print you the label? Is it just doing... It should go off the show for that. So if you're watching my show and someone buys something, you can hit the create label button from your device and print a label? Is that what you're telling me? Well, this is mind-blowing information. I would love to know more. Okay, let's do it. I'll do one of my trading cards for $1. No worries. Yeah, no gatekeeping. What is it if it's free? Free's for me. Free's for everyone. A recipe? Oh, a receipt. Let me test it and see if I can give everyone the info. I have yet to see it up. Oh, okay. So, quick question. How many people in here right now know about my son being a cannabis patient for his epilepsy? How many of you already knew that? How many of you are just finding out? We started him on cannabis oil when he was 11 years old. No, 13 years old, excuse me. It was in 2000. Wait, I don't know. I'm going to mess that up because my brain is broken. Okay. So anytime I find cannabis-related anything, I buy it, especially if it's crafty stuff. So I bought this fabric, and the fabric's garbage, and I'm really upset about it. And so it's getting returned. It's absolute garbage. But I want to show it to you because it's pretty, but it's garbage fabric. So one second. And I'm not gonna dish out on who I got it from because it was just one of those big fabric store sellers, and it is what it is. But they lied to me. They told me this was quilting cotton. But look at this. I thought it was so fun, but it literally feels like tarp. Can you hear that? It's like the worst fabric ever. No, look how stiff it is. It's awful. It's like, it feels like paper. It's awful. So wash it. It's not canvas. It is a, like, it is a cotton, but it is crappy. It is just crappity crap. And if I wash it, it's probably full of sizing. I bet if I wash it, it's gonna like shrink down to a bath towel. This is not Joann's. This is, I don't know what this is because there's not a maker on it. It says 784. Just awful, awful stuff. Not a fan of the feel. But I went ahead and I sent them because they sent me waxed fabric. They sent me rayon, and all of it was supposed to be quilting cotton. I was so ticked. Transparency in what you sell is important. And if you don't know what you have, just say, I don't know. And then I will just make a decision whether I'm willing to take the risk. Just that simple. So anyway, because I spent over $100 on this fabric. I wanted it that bad. And then I got very disappointed. But anyway, so while I'm dealing with that, I go into Novella's show, and her husband Mario is holding up cannabis fabric. We raided into him the other day, and he is literally holding up a piece of cannabis fabric, and I just swiped immediately because I knew if she was selling it, it was good to go. So I swiped, and then somebody bid me up, and I'm like, I don't care. I want this fabric. I'm gonna get it. And then after I bought it, I realized what it was. It's freaking Alexander Henry cannabis fabric. I was beside myself when I got it in the mail. Let me show you. Now this fabric is lovely fabric. Look it! I'm so excited. It's the precious. And I have to say, it's way cute. Way better. So yeah. This is going in a box. I got Whatnot sent me my label. So this is all going back. Because yeah, no, this stuff was terrible. Yeah, because see, here's one of the other fabrics I got. Beautiful, right? Isn't that beautiful? But look at this. It's like very uncool. Very uncool, okay? All right, Michelle sent a message. Let's check messages. I got one of the tattoo pieces from them, and they did. This was my little gift. This was my gift from because they were doing a raid train, and it's a fat eighth of the Pure Muscle. So it's got the muscle cars on it. That one I need to do something with for my dad for his garage. Yeah, that fabric's beautiful. Yeah, it's very not cool. That's just all I'm gonna say. You got some of that too, Sue? Yeah, it's a nice piece. I like it. Yeah, it's lovely. Messages. All right, let's see. Another bag. A bag, girl. Oh my gosh, I love that. That's the whimsical woodland print. Okay, cute Barbie stripe inside, and then look at the whimsical woodland print on the outside. Look at that. So good. It's so good, Michelle. I love it. Absolutely love that. Thank you for sharing. Books and Goodies show on the 18th at 4 o'clock. Okay, I got you bookmarked, Kelsey. Okay, so quick question about you need more of the stripe. Oh, that's right. You asked me if I had more of that. I don't think I have any more of that Barbie stripe, but I'll see if I can get some. I know I had the blue and white stripe and then the lavender, and I found more solids in lavender and not any more floral prints. So tomorrow, I got in my 200 yard order. So there's 200 yards ready to go for tomorrow. Today is going to be more about getting that show prepped, which is why I tried to only do an auction every other day. So I have the Tuesday and Thursday to kind of like regroup and reset. So just know that if you're not bookmarking my shows, please bookmark my shows. It helps my algorithm. When you have a seller that you love, bookmark their shows even if you can't go. It helps and it costs no money. It does take a little bit of your time. And I do understand that, which is why I greatly appreciate when it happens. But if you just go in and just like every once in a while, just go into all your favorite sellers and just bookmark whatever shows that they have, because the more bookmarks that there are there, the wider the reach goes on who sees that they are having shows. And so, yeah, anytime you can do that, please do that. And sometimes I will grab a show that's farther out and use it and then move a show down. So sometimes I'll move a show around based on like what I have going on in my life at that moment. So if you don't have them all bookmarked, you may still see me if you're following me, but you may not get the notification for that specific show. I'm working right now on getting my September. Everything that I have right now set up for September shows is going to move down to October, and I'm rebuilding my September. I'm tired of my mods not being modded where they're supposed to, so I'm redoing that. But I don't want to lose the bookmarks that I already have, which is why I'm saying, like, anytime you bookmark, just know that the shows can change time, they can change day, but as long as it's bookmarked, it doesn't matter. When that show happens, you will get notified. You can also turn notifications off if you just want to bookmark to help the seller boost their show visibility, but not get bombarded with notifications. You can turn them off, but bookmarking it still makes a huge difference. So whatever works best for you, do that. If not bookmarking is what you prefer to do, then obviously do that. But if you're down to bookmark shows and share shows, that is something that costs no money and does a world of good for sellers that you enjoy. And you want to promote the sellers that you enjoy, because again, the platform is big enough for everyone and not everyone's that great. There's just as much good as, and there's not as much crap, but there's still crap on the platform. We're human. It's going to happen. So by bookmarking those people that you really enjoy, it helps vet them to other people. And we need more of that. We need this platform to stay strong, and it only stays strong by keeping true to those sellers that are doing the right things the right way, and it helps weed out the stuff that's not so great, because that it's going to come, and we just need to be able to know the difference. Some of my shows jump to the first of the year and not weekly. Oh dear. Yeah, and once it does it, depending on how many shows you had it multiply out, you're gonna have to go back in and individually change them. That part I wish was different too, where if it's a bulk scheduled show, if you can bulk edit it, and I haven't found a way to do that. Maybe if it's from the laptop instead of my app. Oh, sure, Michelle. No worries at all. Yep, I've got you down for the things you're looking for. And so if I have any of those stripes or lavenders, they'll be put to the side for you, no problem. Nora is going to boot me again. Boot me. Oh, you're welcome, Michelle. All right. Would you guys like to take a sneak peek of some of the fabric for tomorrow? I have a few I can show you. Because again, it's like 200 yards. Probably a little more than that. I got cheater fabric in. I got new Christmas prints. I'm so much happy. I'm like beyond ecstatic about the new Christmas line. I got more mushies back in. And then I got new florals and a couple new novelty prints. So I got so many new things. You want to see some? Well, here's a few new ones. So I got this map one. So this one is a huge map of, it's a Northcott. Where's the name? It's a global map, I'm pretty sure. I got this new one for Christmas with all the doggies. So cute. I got My Little Pony. I got a new Stitch and Angel. And then, oh my gosh, look at this new fall one. Is that not? Look at it. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. That's a few. The rest of it's all over there in the tote. Yeah. So there's a lot. There's over 200 yards. Nora loved all of them. Yay. Feted by Nora. I'll take it. So, all right. I'm going to get off of here and get busy setting up for tomorrow's show. Tomorrow, I think I have 2 shows scheduled. I have the morning show, and then I have a night show. I need to figure out I need to figure that part out. Maybe it's not till maybe my night shows don't start till September. I'm literally going off of my analytics and building my shows from here on out that way. Trying to like diversify, I'm always going to do my morning show. I may not do it. I might end at 11 going forward. But yeah, I need some days like mornings and afternoons off. And on those days, I'll do a night show. But I'll always pop on and do my coffee and chat. Like, that's never going anywhere. But yeah. Oh, shoot. Okay. Well, if we need, we can try it another time. No problem. So just let me know. Because, yeah, I'll be back on tomorrow at 10 in the morning. So this is the last 9:30 show. I think I'm going to stick to 10 because when the time changes, it'll go back to 9. I hate time change. It's so stupid. But when it falls back, it'll fall back to 9, and then I'll be back on at 9 in the morning. But for right now, it's 10 in the morning. Would you guys rather me go on at 9 every day, or is 10 better? Let me just ask that. Would y'all rather me be on a little bit earlier? Because like right now I've been doing 9:30. But I'd really like to do like an on the hour so it's easier for me to track when I look up at the little timer or whatever. And what time is your show starting, Panda? Was it 2 o'clock my time? Shoot. I know I'll get my notification to come on, but... Oh, 3:30 your time, so... Oh, I had that backwards. So 5:30 my time. Okay. Okay. Well, then let me make sure that I don't have... Because I don't want to... I have a Loungefly show. It's Disney and Loungefly. It's not even in this category. My night show for tomorrow. At least I'm pretty sure that's what I had. If I did it right. Gosh, I've messed up so much in here. Yeah, tomorrow at 7 is my Loungefly show. So I have a ton of like saves on my Loungefly and Betsy Johnson and all that kind of stuff. But I never really talk about it or show it. So tomorrow night, I'm going to go through all of my Loungefly and Betsy Johnson jewelry and stuff like that. So if you're into any of that, just bookmark my show for tomorrow night. Yeah, tomorrow. Oh yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be doing the buy the half runs on fabric. But why does it say $3? That's my Friday show. My Friday show is $3. Oh, Lord have mercy. I really did a number in there. I got to switch that around. So tomorrow's show is, my new releases are not $3. My $3 starts are on anything that I have in inventory. The new stuff is not $3, so I need to go in there and I need to fix that. That's my Friday show. Love, love, love when I do stuff like that. Just so you know, you can be on this platform a long time and still do stupid stuff like I just did. So I'll go in there and fix it. Anywho, let's go ahead and find a raid. And let's see who we got here. Oh, is he at the park today? Hang on real quick. Let me check and see where. Oh, can somebody check Lightning to see if he's at Disneyland right now? Can someone click on him and come back and tell me? I love raiding into him when he's at Disneyland because he takes us on rides and stuff. He is so fun. He's giving away $100 in Disney stuff too in his giveaway. That's pretty awesome. Is he at Disneyland? Can anybody tell me? Let me just check on this account. Let me see. I have 2 phones. You'd think I would just learn how to use it. Oh, no. Go back. Lightning McDaniels. He is. Oh, okay. He is at the park. All right. We're going to go raid him. All right. Here we go. See you guys tomorrow. Let's go to Disneyland. Hold hands, everyone. Have a magical day.